Captain America, a character with a backstory we all know well, so be prepared to forget it all. Bob says it's my turn to play Captain America. I made the costume myself. Grant Gardner? I thought he played the Flash, not Cap. Reed Richards convinced Cap to hire his sister. Lionel Atwill's in this crap? You can repeatedly steal the screen from Basil Rathbone, but you lie about hosting one orgy. Not Commissioner Gordon, not Chief Inspector Dreyfus, but a secret third thing, Commissioner Dryden. Hey, George J. Lewis, just 13 years before he'd play Zorro's dad, even though he'd look 30 years older doing it. Hey, get these credits out of the way, I can't see where I'm going. Would you like some tea, Norman Nesbitt? The characters depicted are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual comic book characters is purely coincidental. Co-directed by Johnny English? Why couldn't it have been Mr. Bean or Blackadder? Chapter 1, The Purple Death, the dark secret behind the Grimace Shake.
This is the voice of the Scarlet.
A character you already know and fear.
The man you drive your tower over the cliff.
Fine, but I'm doing it because I want to. Purple Death, Purple Death. Now this guy looks way more like Zorro's dad.
The Scarlet is speaking to Evans. You have reached the end. You will walk to the window and step out.
With a star, feeling fine.
Into eternity.
Off to Neverland! Does the Purple Death have anything to do with a purple cow?
You are under the power of the Scarlet, Jackson. Your weapon is in the right hand drawer of your desk.
A lead pipe? A wrench?
Use it.
The Scarab didn't specify how he should use it, so since he's clearly just aiming it straight up, he's using it to start a relay race. And now he's taking a nap. It took a lot out of him.
The death of Harold Jackson, well-known attorney, is another link in the chain of mysterious crimes known as the Purple Death Murders.
Purple Death, all in my breath.
Has been found in the bloodstream of the dead man, and each victim clutched in his hand a jeweled scarab.
You're listening to GGR, Gale Gordon Radio.
Life among the ancients. It is significant that all of the murdered men were actively or financially connected with a recent scientific expedition into the ancient Mayan ruins of Central
Mayan ruins.
The authorities are completely baffled, and the mayor has called District Attorney Grant Gardner to appear before a meeting in the office of Police Commissioner Dryden. Hello, Mr. Mayor. How are you, Commissioner?
Hello, Grant.
The commissioner's been alibying his failure to turn up anything in these Purple Death murders.
Was the mayor dubbed by Leslie Nielsen?
I don't make excuses, but I do have a definite plan.
And that is?
I'd rather not discuss it now. You'll have to be patient. You remember the commissioner and I have cleaned up crime waves in this town before.
Yes. That mysterious Captain America did most of your work for you.
Is that a painting of Ed Sullivan behind him?
Only contact him now.
I feel certain that this new crime wave will bring him out of hiding to help us.
And I hope so.
Still more proactive than most
Well,
politicians.
against a new type of scientific criminal.
So we should take him to science court.
You'll never find in the usual haunts of crime.
And by usual haunts of crime, I mean Six Flags Fright Fest. Mr. Drummond has a museum? It really does take different strokes.
I tell you, Dr. Maldo,
I am Pagliacci.
there's a curse on everyone connected with that Mayan expedition.
We never should have gone to Kennebunkport.
Jackson's gone, and Wilson, and Evans.
No, Evans won't be Captain America for decades.
Well, you or I may be the next victim of the Scarlet's Purple Death.
My dear Professor Lyman, you're overexcited. Calm yourself.
Rub one out.
Have a cigar.
Thank you.
This is back when 10 out of 10 doctors recommended smoking. Yeah, suck on that baby.
Sit down, Professor. Sit down.
Now unzip your pants.
If there is an ancient curse upon us, this Scarab who invokes it must be peculiarly mercenary.
And devilishly handsome.
These men you have named are known to have withdrawn large sums of money from their banks just prior to their deaths.
That's true. But I'm not wealthy.
Ah, but the Scarab wants other things.
He wants Lorcana cards.
Paintings, antiques. He also wants scientific secrets such as you possess.
Tell him what makes a ball bounce.
Just what do you mean?
The Scarab wants the plans of the thermodynamic vibration engine which you have invented.
How did you find out about my vibrator?
I thought I hid it so carefully under the mattress.
Obtaining information.
Check it out, Pizza Hut Book It badge.
You, Scarlet.
Yes. I'm the Scarlet.
Dude, spoilers, there's 14 episodes left of this serial.
It is my vengeance which is striking at all of you. It was my expedition. I uncovered the secret information and laid the plans which made it successful. And how was I rewarded?
In Dogecoin, utterly
I was made the
worthless.
curator of an insignificant museum. While the rest of you received the fame and wealth that should have come to me.
Yeah, archaeological fame and wealth.
You can't touch that phone.
Well, fine, I didn't want to touch the phone anyway. I don't lie awake at night craving the feel of a phone in my hand.
For the short time you have to live, your mind is completely under my control. You must obey my command.
Now I order you to disobey me. Oh, wait.
You are a slave of the Purple Death.
Now put on a slave Leia costume.
But how?
And why are you telling me face to face instead of in voiceover like the other victims?
The fumes from this cigar.
Okay, no further explanation needed.
I want to know more about the vibrator.
You see, I'm having a party.
For harnessing light and sound waves into a powerful force which will disintegrate any known material.
That could be used by me as a powerful weapon of destruction.
But I made this all-matter disintegrator for peaceful purposes.
Where are the plans?
At home. In the safe.
Safe. How do you spell that?
Write down the combination.
You can touch this pen, but not the phone. Actually saying numbers out loud on film was a violation of the Hays Code. The next item up for bid, some brand new henchmen!
Ruber,
Get the Higgins boys.
you will take Professor Lyman out.
Then we'll retcon it so that Lyman never existed and John Arbuckle bought Odie himself. Oh, and take this to remember me by. I really did cherish our time together.
Step this way, Professor.
And don't even think about touching any phones. Those days are behind you.
Farewell, Lyman.
It's the opposite of a hello, Newman.
You'll find the plans in Lyman's safe. Here are the combinations.
Captain America, people handing papers full of numbers to each other.
Now take these Purple Death bombs with you.
See what you can get for them at
You'll find
GameStop.
effective weapons if anyone interferes. Yes, sir.
Later, in the world's least effective establishing shot. Oh, Agent 13's in there.
This is what we're after.
Mrs. Knott's chicken recipe.
Just a minute.
1 minute, then you can continue your crime. Captain America's famous gun. More accurate avatar for America, I guess.
Throw your gun in a corner.
You too.
Do I have to throw it in the same corner? Captain America, disarmed by a light punch. When you're a cap all the way. Captain America's one weakness, balsa wood. The first ever Marvel movie action scene. Soak it in. Boy, their hats are really good at staying on. He wasn't trying to hit Cap, he just wanted to get that ugly thing out of the house. The acting of middle school theater meets the action of middle school wrestling. Ow, my back! Ow, my front! So Cap's plan was to just show up at potential victims' houses in case Crook showed up too? My picture's in the opening credits, so I gotta escape. Miles away, someone else naps on a couch. He's running into the old forest. Old Man Willow will stop him. And the fight choreographer got bored, so the henchman shoots himself. Wow, that's a huge order of buzzballs. Boy, I sure love touching phones. I'm glad I have the freedom to do so.
Police Commissioner Dryden speaking.
This is Captain America.
What's that?
Captain America, who?
Where are you?
Never mind that. Professor Lyman's life is in danger.
Professor Lyman is dead.
Oh, then I guess his life's no longer in danger.
Another Purple Death accident. Well, at least I've accounted for one of the gang.
Wow, he can really see the bright side of failing to stop a murder.
That's all.
Captain America, too late to save the day.
Get me the district attorney's office.
I just miss his voice for some reason. Hello, token girl speaking.
District Attorney, Gail Richards speaking.
Let me speak to the DA.
Mr. Gardner isn't here now, Commissioner.
He's
but I
busy
expect to hear
Captain
from him
Americaing.
shortly.
Well, tell him that Captain America's on the job. He just killed one of the Purple Death murderers.
Grant, curb your bloodlust. Meanwhile, in Achievement USA, or How to Go Places or No Ghosts or whatever car short I do next.
Come in, Gail.
Commissioner Dryden just told me the news. You need any help?
I hope you're being inconspicuous.
I will as soon as I get back to the office. Have Davis there.
Jim Davis, I mean. He knows Lyman better than anyone.
Right. He'll be here.
This stuff is distilled from the cyprinium.
Also, I guess I'm Davis.
Highly concentrated as fumes form a deadly poison which leave those purple splotches on the victim's face.
So that's why it's called the Purple Death? Might have been more effective in Technicolor.
Dangerous? It surely is. One whip is enough.
Do florists have this cyprinium plant?
And do androids dream of electric sheep?
Fine. We'll trick the guilty one into showing his hand. Gail, you and I will visit the dealers of rare flowers in the morning.
Fortunately, they live in the Dealers of Rare Flowers headquarters of the country.
The district attorney's office.
Yes, Miss Richards.
We're trying to identify the plant from which this liquid was extracted. It may help in a criminal investigation.
Yeah, Gail, let him stick the poison material right up to his nostril.
Sorry, I can't identify it.
Thank you.
Iocane. I bet my life on it.
No, I don't recognize it.
Thank you very much.
They're showing more of the set, so I've got a good feeling about finding a plot development here.
Can I help you, miss?
I'm from the district attorney's office. I have a plant extract which we're trying to identify with a murder investigation.
Brad Garrett is anxious.
I'm sorry, miss. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you.
Oh, and shards of glass fly into both of their eyes.
I see you do know what the Purple Death Bomb is.
Ow, stepped on glass.
Fool me, all right, but it isn't going to do you any good. Get in there. Don't talk. Move.
Look, the bad guys can capture the leading lady, but you're still a poor substitute for Fleischer's Superman. Hey, you guys breaking some bad in here?
Well, this dame's wise to our setup. Turn around here. Tie her up.
So we got a vibrator, bomb shaped like a butt plug, and tying a girl up. Maybe Lionel Atwill wrote the script. Can't believe they make us cashiers clean up instead of hiring a dedicated custodian. Yeah, real thorough cover-up there. This better be important to interrupt my monocle time.
Yes, speaking.
The girl from the district attorney's office just came in. She had one of our Purple Death bombs and tricked me into showing my hand. What'll I do with her?
You have plenty of the extract? Use it.
Roger that. Tie her up and make her watch Mike Judge's extract. Excuse me, I couldn't help noticing that strange and interesting plant. We now go live to our peephole cam.
Yes, sir. I'm the district attorney. Miss Richards wishes to meet me here. I haven't seen her. I'll wait outside.
Captain America's greatest power, noticing the bad guy's lack of follow-through. No, it's okay. Just spread that glass around so a child can step on it. Okay, he fights better as the DA, so why bother dressing up as Captain America at all? Does he just get off on stealing Steve's valor?
Take me to Miss Richards.
Good work, Green Hornet. Or Captain America, whatever.
Get on the other side of the room.
I'm gonna reblock this scene if it's the last thing I do. Nice to see some people are still masking indoors. That just bulges our eyes. So district attorneys can just shoot people without due process?
Drop that gun or we'll all die.
And true to his word, they all died. Next week, Batman, whose secret identity is a CPA named Billy.
The brilliant action of Grant Gardner, the district attorney.
Oh, that Grant Gardner.
The source of the Purple Death poison. The Cyprinium orchid from which it was derived will be destroyed wherever found.
Great job, gang. We're putting a plant on the endangered list.
Into the affairs and acquaintances of Professor Lyman, latest victim of the poison.
Mercury Radio Theater's gone downhill.
I've just come from the district attorney's office. He's questioning all the survivors of the main expedition.
He doesn't suspect us.
No.
The at-will, no. It's like the opposite of a Frank Nelson, yes?
We are not the only ones who know the secret of Lyman's dynamic vibrator.
But his static vibrator is safe. Nobody wants a vibrator that doesn't move.
Worse than that. There's a working model which Lyman and his assistant Gregory constructed in Professor Dodge's laboratory.
I moved the pipe.
He's taking some technicians there tonight to see a demonstration and learn all about it.
But if they learn how it works,
then my secret weapon will no longer be a secret.
Colonel Sanders protected his herbs and spices the same way.
To counteract it. Therefore, the model and Gregory must be destroyed tonight.
Do we have to destroy all four Gregs?
The directions with these plans show how to step up the power of the machine so high that it'll destroy itself, along with the building and everyone in it.
Why is that in the directions?
Captain America's on the job again.
We know that Captain America gets information through the office of the district attorney.
We don't find that suspicious at all.
He's to give the district attorney a tip about the Scarlet that will send Captain America off on a false scent. And that I have arranged to do tonight.
Oh, they're finally doing something with the old Starcade space.
This is Eddie, Mr. Gardner. I've got a hot tip on those Purple Death killings. Can you come over? I'm afraid to leave here.
Mainly because of the gun pointed at my back. I mean, wait!
The arcade rooming house.
All right, I'll be right over.
What's he got?
A tip on the Scarab. I'll have to see him.
I don't like it, Grant. It might be a trap.
She only knows because she read the script.
I'll phone Gregory that you're bringing the technical men. Go ahead with the demonstration, and I'll be there as soon as I've seen Eddie.
Then I'll see Eddie's father about his courtship. Wow, he's lucky. You never find street parking in whatever city this takes place in.
Well, your phone call worked, all right?
So I guess we should let our victims touch phones.
But I phoned the DA.
That's right. And Captain America shows up as we expected.
We're not great at putting two and two together.
Well, you served your purpose, Eddie.
Where the hell's the ice machine? Ah, another death Captain America was too late to save. I guess he threw in the towel.
Come in. Come on in.
This is how I greet the DoorDash driver when they're late with my Fuddruckers.
Come on in.
So Captain America's biggest superpower is using tedium to cause panic attacks? Plop. Oh no, his biggest superpower is the bad guys miss when they shoot at him.
Who's your boss? I don't know his name. Stop the 2 bullets left.
1 + 2 + 1 + 1?
I'll hit one presently.
Wait, I'll talk. His name is Maxim.
He wore a diamond.
Keep talking.
He wanted to get you out of the way. They're pulling a big job at the office of a guy named Dodge. I don't know what it's all about.
Alfie? Now he's tying up a guy next to a bed? I'm shocked everyone's clothes are still on. You can dodge a building, you can dodge a ball. Wow, Harold Lloyd's gonna climb that?
Good evening, Mr. Gregory.
Good evening, Miss Richards.
I hope you don't mind I brought my backup singers.
Mr. Merritt and Mr. Norden are here to witness your demonstration of the vibrator.
They're voyeurs.
The DA telephoned me. I'm glad you came.
Well, let's not get ahead of the vibrator, buddy.
The secret of this machine, and it's a heavy responsibility.
It came with heavy power.
This way, please.
It's built out of an old riverboat. Oh, the professor invented the interocitor.
First, I'll show you how the machine works, and then I'll explain its construction.
And he accidentally sends a car full of Knots guests back in time to the kingdom of the dinosaurs.
In a few minutes, we'll have generated sufficient power to destroy this miniature structure.
Incredible, an automatic slide rule.
Now, if you'll step this way, you will see the result of the demonstration.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. So the vibrator is the closest we're getting to vibranium in this, isn't it? The Silent Fedora Club is here for their silent meeting. All right, remember, we all gotta yell surprise at the same time.
deadly weapon in the hands of the Scarlet.
That's true.
If you want to be a downer.
Plans were stolen from Professor Lyman. They contained instructions for stepping up the machine's power to 100 million volts.
Kinda stupid on Lyman's part, really.
Shatter a 20-story building like an eggshell.
Gregory is right, gentlemen.
We're here from the Gregory Affirmation Committee.
We have directions here, and we'll give you a demonstration of what this machine can do to this building. Now, the first one who starts anything gets it.
You see, we're from Publishers Clearinghouse, and you will open this letter.
Set the control panel.
You can't get away with this.
More guns have been grabbed than fired in this episode. Let's see. Congratulations on your purchase of a dynamic vibrator.
Before we wreck this building, I want all of Professor Dodge's papers. Open that vault. I said open that vault.
Smacking, the best way to threaten someone with a gun. But there's nothing in the vault except Song of the South and the Darkwing Duck episode with Satan. Quick, to the Captain America Sensible Sedan.
Get him.
Guess I can put the gun away if he's doing what I want.
Get in the vault, all of you.
This is murder.
That's right. Wholesale murder.
I got a membership to Murder Costco. Why was it easier for me to tell apart the animated Superman henchmen than these real-life human henchmen?
All set. Start it up. I'll get the car ready for our getaway.
This is what Taylor Swift wrote Getaway Car about.
Right.
If that machine builds up to its full power, this building will collapse in a cloud of dust.
Again, real stupid of Lyman to design it like that. Oh, you switch it to on, okay. Gotta tweak the machine's nipples. Escape from Vault Gregory. He didn't signal his turn. Captain America's the bad guy. Mondays, right? The Scarab said something about a key party. I assume that involves throwing keys out the window.
Hold it. Captain America.
Damn it, Barry, we rehearsed this. Synchronized.
What's happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Get over there.
No, defeated by a short piece of furniture. You should have been warned by Rob Petrie. Isn't this the same office from the Superman cartoon Showdown? Watch out for the trapdoor in the mobster's putt-putt class. Stella! So which of these stuntmen is Don Lockwood? Oh man, what did I drink last night? Oh, I hope that's not a hostage. Hi, Kiba! Now you will look out the window and tell me if it's raining. And you will test the comfort level of this patent leather couch. Oh boy, more gun grabbing. I'm sorry, I don't think this guy has America's ass. Hat rack smash! Now kiss me! 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, that helps, Cap.
Do any of you know the combination?
Yes. Set point at 0. Left to 17.
You wanna speed up telling me the combination? No? Well, it's your life.
The vibrator. If it isn't shut off, the building will collapse. Get out. I'll try to stop it.
Shouldn't I, the scientist who understands the machine, be the one to stop it? No? Okay. Damn it, Gozer. No, there goes the church and there goes the steeple. It's one of those Scooby-Doo hallway full of doors chases. No, a completely different building. Oh, when the Nazi gangsters in Metropolis shoot the locks, they're villains, but... Yet another building! This destruction must end! The penitent man will pass. Gotta build out a sturdier gingerbread. Why does the title of the second episode of every public domain iteration of a famous superhero start with mechanical? Captain America, famous motorcyclist, even though so far we've only seen him drive a car. I can't hear a thing through this hood. He's credited separately because Grant is such a distinct personality from Cap. Lorna Gray, Jean's sister who didn't make it into the X-Men. Lionel at will, Commander. Mayor Randolph, who will of course warn Junior Asparagus about the magic bean. Weird that Gruber is the one who wasn't in the scene involving a vault in a skyscraper. Frank Reacher, the Asylum version of Jack Reacher. There are 15 episodes of this. I will make a pun on every name in the credits before we're through. So, in case you missed the last episode, Captain America actively killed at least 3 people and showed up too late to prevent the deaths of 2 others. Why did a guy named English co-direct Captain America? Chapter 2, Mechanical Executioner, the story of a self-driving Tesla. Captain America, seen here in his awkward yearbook photo, surprises the Scarab's agents after they did all the bad stuff he should have prevented. Sean Penn and Seth MacFarlane. It sounds like a really boring fight is happening. Let us see it. I'm gonna hump this chair over. The fight scene's so nice, we gotta watch it twice. Man, Danny Elfman has been phoning these scores in for over half a century. Such a fine line between fighting and hugging. This Cap's no Reb Brown, but he's still got a railing kill in. I got a feeling of deja vu! Boy, if Civil War happened in this universe, Cap would be lucky to get NFL Super Pro on his team. Let me in, deja vu.
Do any of you know the combination?
Yes. Set point at 0.
Okay, so this guy can say numbers out loud.
17.
Wait, it's playing radio stations. Did you get this vault from Peg Leg Pedro?
The vibrator. If it doesn't shut off, the building will collapse.
Get out, I'll try to stop it.
No, somebody's taking apart my Lego building! And the steeple falls through Timothy Dalton's chin. The stakes would be clearer if I knew what floor they were on. Why bother shooting the door? It's gonna collapse in seconds anyway. What, was this building built by Boeing? Damn you, Frank Lloyd Wright! Little trick you learned from Woody Boyd. Yeah, really put in the effort to stop it, Cap. So the resolution to the cliffhanger is, he escaped by escaping.
One of our finest buildings destroyed.
That was one of your finest?
Would have been lost if Captain America hadn't appeared.
I'm not trying to discount Captain America's help, Mr. Mayor. I was merely pointing out that the danger is all over now. The stolen plans of the vibrator were destroyed, along with the only 2 criminals who knew how to operate it. The Scarab is completely disarmed.
Yeah, Scarabs aren't known for arms.
You know that Matson got away with most of Professor Dodge's papers and plans?
What were the plans?
The most important one was for Dodge's portable electronic firebolt, a machine that generates an electrical charge powerful enough to cut through steel and concrete like a bolt of lightning.
Okay, so electrocution is our next kink.
But they don't have the weapon, merely the plans, and in code that'll baffle even the mysterious Scarlet.
I just know that it will, somehow. Arts and sciences, both in a race to see who can be defunded the fastest.
We're getting nowhere.
Slylock Fox has outwitted me for the last time.
To decode. We've got to decode. With the electronic firebolt, all the wealth and art treasures of the world will be mine.
Or at least all the ones within driving distance.
Since we can't break the code, I shall have to persuade Professor Dodge to do it for us. But Dodge is under police protection.
Yeah, but have you seen the police around here? He'd be safer with Barney Fife.
They won't stop me. I'll get that information from the DA's most trusted assistant.
Jeeves?
Miss Gail Richards.
Oh. Yeah, Gail, just go box that other car in, why don't you? All the other DA assistants get to work from home, but no. The power of the Schwartz. Well, that's why you couldn't decode the plans. Your decoder ring is a hypodermic needle. Careful, your hat will get stuck on the hair on the lens.
How are you, Miss Richards? I was introduced by the district attorney. Remember?
Of course, you're Dr. Maldor.
Oh, God, have you been eating Cheetos?
Your ring. It's sharp. It scratched me.
For a purpose, Miss Richards.
Oh, well, as long as it was for a purpose.
You are under a powerful hypnotic influence that forces you to obey me.
From a finger prick? But super soldier serum is too far-fetched for this cereal.
In the district attorney's apartment, suite 304, Winston Arms.
So he's secretly hidden at the DA's super secret home, which nobody could find without the white pages.
There's a policeman in the apartment with him.
Now listen carefully.
Look at her face. She's doing a great impression of the audience.
And telephone the man who is guarding Professor Dodge. And tell him that 2 detectives from the district attorney's office are coming over to question him.
And he will tell them what makes a ball bounce.
As the effect of the serum will be working off in a few minutes. When it does, you will remember nothing that has happened.
Oh, buddy, this scene doesn't need a serum to make it forgettable.
I understand.
Good. Then go quickly.
I guess that's quickly compared to a snail on lithium. Let's see, I came into this room to do something. Oh, he lets her touch the phone.
I'll answer it, Professor Dodge.
Okay, I want a chart of who can and can't touch the phone.
Hello, Clancy speaking.
I'm just here in case of any clear and present danger.
Leo. 2 of the DA's men are coming over to question Professor Dodge.
All right, Miss Richards. I'll let them in.
Thanks, Clancy.
Some ants toot, clanky. God, having to talk on the phone always takes so much out of me.
Yeah?
Oh, God, now this douche nozzle.
Say, what's the matter?
I don't know. I feel dizzy.
What you need is fresh air. Suppose you drive over with me to see Professor Dodge.
Shouldn't I sit down and rest if I'm dizzy? Nonsense. Listen to me. I'm a man and I know what's best for your woman problems.
I won't be long.
I changed my mind about you getting to see Dodge. I get that they're hiding a witness, but shouldn't Grant have a key to his own apartment?
Hello, Clancy. How's everything?
You're covered, Mr. District Attorney.
That's right. We gave your original songs to Alien Ant Farm. He's 7-year itching. Damn, I knew I should have bought a hat rack.
This is curtains for you.
This is a dark Muppet Show cold open.
For murder. This won't be murder. You're going to commit suicide with your own gun.
Yeah, we could have inferred that part.
You just couldn't stand the disgrace of your constant failures.
Oh, just shoot him and skip the fanfic.
The kidnapping of Professor Dodge was the last straw.
Classic suicide from 6 feet away. Ballistic reports see that all the time. I shot the district attorney wouldn't make for nearly as catchy a song. Hi, Abe, sweetheart, how are you?
Oak Ridge 631.
Man, who chose this carpet? I should have shot his decorator.
Oh, Joe? This is Tate. Now listen, when Matson gets there with Dodge, tell him everything's okay. I just took care of the DA.
You think you did.
So his most consistent skill is pretending to be shot.
First cartridge in my gun is always a blank, to be fired as a warning shot.
Well, that's convenient. Blank ex machina. Now I can't remember if my gun has a blank in it. Ooh, I loved this level in Rebel Assault 2. He shot the soundtrack! So that first shot being a blank is definitely going to come up again, right? It's important to establish it now so it can pay off in the future, yeah? Another man dead at the hands of our hero. Cap's kill count has far exceeded the Scarabs.
This is the district attorney.
Never mind which district.
Supervisor, and find out the address of Oak Ridge, 631. Call me back here.
Good work, the Shadow. Or Captain, whoever you are. Hey, any of you lot put a man in the cupboard? Okay, so Clancy may or may not be dead. No idea what this adds to Cap's stats. 1019 AM, rocks the mic.
Watson Feed Barn.
Elementary, my dear Watson Feed Barn. If they started showing this run a second later, I'd be completely lost.
Matson has taken Professor Dodge. I'm going after him. Clancy's up my apartment out cold. You phone the commissioner, tell him what happened, and then take care of Clancy.
Right.
It's honestly really flattering that they trust us to remember any side character's name. Meanwhile, at Bravo Farms... there is a clown to the left of him and a joker to the right.
Better change your mind and tell us the code key to these plans.
No.
Man, the Pigpen meet and greet during Peanut Celebration is rough.
Start the tractor.
Okay.
Captain America and a tractor? This is like California Adventure, the Eras Tour. Banished from the island of Sodor, Terrence is out for blood. I know I'm supposed to be struggling, but I'm just happy to be lying down. Do they really need the intimidation tactic of running over a balsa wood birdhouse? Oh, look, it also squishes round things. Scared yet? He tried to kill me with the tractor, just doesn't have the same ring. Next, they throw down a treasure chest, a ratty old sofa, and the Venus de Milo. Okay, the steamroller and Austin Powers ran over Michael McDonald faster. But first, I gotta put that tractor back. It's important to clean up after ourselves. All right, buddy, now show us where Waldo is.
I'll have to show you in writing.
All right. But no tricks.
I'm a Fruit Loops man. I'm in a hurry. Better speed up this rear projection. This serial has more people writing down codes for each other than it does Captain America.
Go ahead.
Well, specifications are in letters instead of numbers. Code is based on the 10-letter word Davenports.
The level 9000 Yadru Druid? Time for the Rural Magic Mike experience. I guess he was waiting until he showed up to determine if this was more of a DA or a Cap job.
All there is to it.
This better be right. Tie him up again.
Tie him, untie him, tie him. Why don't you lift a hand around here sometime? Wait, I didn't see him climb that rope, so how did he get up there? Take me back to that scene of him running out of the building. Grant of the farmhouse. This gritty reboot of Green Acres is weird. You know what I love about this serial's fight scenes? They're so distinct. This new Cirque du Soleil is underwhelming. Oh no, if you hurt that stool, Norm Peterson will never forgive you. Should have called this Watson Crate Barn. Maybe this fight would look more interesting with some biffs and pows on the screen. You want close-ups of guns? This episode's for you. Pillow fight! Chair scoot, my generation's get-up noise. Ooh, using the ladder, this could be interesting. Or not. Wait, I can return this to Neptune for the key to the first door to get to Valanice. Here comes the pitch! Perfect aim, no notes. Now you're just helping him jump on top of you. Hey, even tied up, your aim's gonna be better than Maxon's. Okay, what is the geography of this barn? After all that, he was done in by a baguette? Ah, damn, every bullet in that gun is just a blank to use as a warning shot. So the stupid tractor is the titular mechanical executioner? And people said the Mandarin twist was underwhelming. It's Ken coming to kill me! Yep, it can still run over those things. Still true. Uh-huh. What's coming for me? Nah, that's not worth waking up for. Dodge is scared, but he's silently scared. Well, it's impossible for a person to wake up at the last second and move, so I have no idea how Cap will get out of this one. For a black and white serial, they sure like name-dropping colors in their titles.
Welcome back, true believers. Last time, the courageous Captain America was lying down while a tractor slowly rolled towards him. Excelsior!
I really appreciate how this portrayal of Cap looks like the exact opposite of Rob Liefeld's. She's named Gale because in the scripts they just called her Girl. Dr. Maldor, they may as well have called him Professor Bad Sinister. Be careful crossing the Trowbridge, it'll likely get destroyed by a Superman villain. Mattson looks so uncomfortable to be standing next to Gruber, and can you blame him? Ironically, Tom Chatterton isn't that talkative. He only chats a little. Lady Chatterton's lover. Hey, we got a Fraser and a Crane. Captain America hears the blues a callin'. Ah, those summers on the English Clifton side. Chapter 3, The Scarlet Shroud, the story of Miss O'Hara's rags. Captain America leering at the audience while the text reminds us what a failure he is. America! The title card already told us he failed to stop Mattson. You could have skipped past the part where Mattson gets away. This is the worst Marvel vs. Capcom level ever. Oh, well, serves you right for storing an antique desk in a feed barn. At this rate, Dodge will have shuffled all the way home before Cap gets a third punch in. I know this is supposed to be a superhero adventure, but I feel like I'm watching the Feed Barn's workplace safety video. And this is how you don't act around the equipment. In Cap's defense, he failed to stop Mattson, but he didn't kill his own guy with a pitchfork. Whee! When Cat's cradle goes horribly wrong. Captain America, easily knocked out by the henchman, so incompetent he killed his own partner. Thunk. You know, Cap fully failed to stop Mattson. Professor Dodge got a lot closer to stopping him than Cap did. Maybe the serial should be about him. Hang on, I'm parked in a red zone. Let me move and then we can continue. This climax may seem boring to us Hollywood elites, but this is what they do for excitement in Minnesota. We now go live to Treadcam. This is where we find out Cap is a toon. No crap, we just ran over the DP's foot. Oh, that barrel's just getting slightly nudged. Cap will be fine. Ah, fine. I'm up. Jeez, you're the worst snooze alarm ever. So the resolution to the cliffhanger is he just wakes up in time and gradually rolls out of the way, and they just didn't show us that last time. Well, the tractor bombed his audition for Killdozer. Ah, damn it. Do you know how to coil one of these things?
What happened before I arrived, Professor Dodge?
We just saw a recap, and now you want another one?
Key to the plans for my electronic firebolt. With that machine, they can break into any safe or vault in the country.
Well, that's probably just what they plan to do.
Probably just. I know their exact plans, most likely. But wait, what happened to the historical holograms? Maybe the gem's burnt up in this fire. Yep, this is definitely a magnifying glass. The end?
Using some
Oh.
mysterious device which burns through steel and concrete, thieves last night broke into the Hammond Art Galleries.
Now how is Hammond going to fund his dinosaur park?
Old masters, irreplaceable originals were removed.
Now the end? Oh, come on.
Breakers are still at work.
Yeah, of course they're still at work. It's only been 5 seconds.
Jacob Mortimer, the famed collector. Rare manuscripts and first editions of inestimable value have disappeared.
Also, there was a fire at the newspaper offices, but nobody seems to care.
Public demand for action is mounting.
Why does the public care if some rich weirdos get robbed?
To cope with the strange menace.
Strange menace, not to be confused with phantom magic.
Getting enough criticism from the mayor without listening to any more of that.
Pretty bad.
You're the expert on bad.
That electronic firebolt is a powerful weapon in the hands of criminals, but I think we can stop them now.
You mean if that machine of Professor Dodge's really locates the firebolt?
You can depend on Professor Dodge.
He's way cooler than me.
Will be finished today. And the next time they use that firebolt, we'll have a chance to trap the Scarab's gang.
At this rate, you'll soon have every art treasure and antique in the city.
Don't be too confident. The district attorney is no fool, and Professor Dodge is a very competent scientist.
Well, half of those things are true.
No. But I must learn what their plans are.
I'm getting serious, Filmo.
Once to find out what's happening at the district attorney's apartment in the Winston Arms.
In the arms of a Winston. Are we done yet? This is the last time I choose you as a science fair partner.
Finished?
All except the installation of the fire control tubes, which must be fitted by the skilled technicians of the Munson Laboratories.
The Bunsen Laboratory? Just keep it away from Beaker.
I wanted to take the control unit to the laboratories himself. I'll tell him it's ready.
Lyman would have loved to touch this phone.
The district attorney.
Is he eavesdropping using a hairdryer?
District attorney.
This is Professor Dodge, Mr.
We
Gardner.
met on scientists only?
Control unit for the firebolt locator is ready for the lab work.
Excellent. I'll be there in an hour to pick it up.
Now let's watch that hour in real time. This is the circuit board inside a Bell telephone.
Interesting, Professor. Are you sure it'll work?
Positive, Mr. Gardner.
It's simple science ex machina.
Tubes installed, we can locate the electronic firebolt wherever it is used.
Sokovia, Wakanda, anywhere.
The laboratories, get the tubes installed, and be back here before dark.
I'll get the whole series of tubes.
Clancy, you better stand guard out in the hall.
Yes.
I guess Clancy survived. If I just climbed out the window, I could run away from all this.
Someone's tampering with Grant's car.
Couldn't you tell from that clear establishing shot?
I've got to warn him.
Good, his car has a radio you could call. Damn it, I hate it when my wife drove the car last. She messed up all my presets.
H.I.
Why are you calling Nicolas Cage's character in Raising Arizona?
Come in, M.A.
The job's finished. The stuff will make his motor heat up.
Just science
and as
stuff.
soon as it hits the boiling point, the car will explode like a bomb.
Ah, the classic reverse speed gambit. Boy, it sure is a lovely day for a drive. I think I might go 20 over the speed limit.
He's pulling away now.
Well, if Grant dies here, I guess this particular car will have one ghost. Oh, he's snorting like a bull. He's ready to charge. Ah, now Gale has killed someone. Ironically, I think the only people without a body count are the cops. Well, I got blood on my hands. I gotta get out of town quick. Stealing her victim's car, Gale is speedrunning this Grand Theft Auto game. So she didn't even bother to try calling him, she's just chasing him down? Uh-oh, the thingy is going kerfuffle! Meanwhile, Sweetums is chasing after this car. Gotta turn the wheel wildly, really pretend to drive here! These gauges aren't making me miss Fleischer Superman any less. Judd Hirsch in Taxi. Let's see if you bastards can do 90. The opening of Manos had more exciting driving than this.
Calling Highway Patrol.
Oh yeah, that radio Gale could have contacted him on to warn him.
On Route 50. License 8K5047.
That's right, the car that's wildly overheating.
Vicinity to stop and detain occupant of station wagon trailing.
Captain America, calling the cops on anyone he doesn't recognize.
Number 8K5047. Traveling north. Trailed by station wagon.
Oh, he's calling on the speaker box from Superhero Island. This is a Captain America story. So, a deadly car. This episode had just as much right to be called the Mechanical Executioner. I want a Cap on a motorcycle, not a cop on a motorcycle. It's a mid world. It's the boredom meter. It's off the charts. Okay, so Gail's crimes include murder, stealing a car, and speeding.
I'm from the DA's office. Here are my credentials. I'm trying to overtake the DA.
He owes me back pay.
I'll phone headquarters to flash him a radio warning.
Ah, sub-conflict immediately resolved because cops are great at de-escalation. Turns out this Gage is on a completely different car. For an intense high-stakes montage, use slow cross dissolves. It is the English Clifton side. Now the Gage just shouts, "Grant, pay attention, you moron."
Patrol, calling District Attorney Gardner, urgent.
Can't you tell from my urgent tone of voice?
Gardner speaking. What's wrong?
I'm ready for my close-up.
Examine your car for trouble. It's been tampered with.
Thanks, I'll check it.
I forgot how to use the brakes! The monster's fast motion really adds to the urgency. Man, the Scarab loves sending cars off this particular cliff. He did get out of the cockadoodie car.
Grant, thank heaven you're safe.
So is the control unit for Professor Dodge's locating device. The Scarab won't know that. I'll prepare a headline that'll convince him it's still safe to use the firebolt.
So Captain America's superpower is lying about being less lucky than he actually is.
Mystery car explosion injures DA.
Let me cheat this paper to camera.
Locating device unit destroyed.
Still, I hate that this paper cut Marmaduke.
So, we were successful.
Maybe we burned half the DA's face and broke his will to do good.
That attack on the National Platinum Company's refinery vault without interference of the district attorney.
What about Captain America? Oh, who cares about that, loser?
Stolen firebolt again. When they do, its electronic radiations will illuminate this bulb. And I'll run the pointer along the contact points. When I make a contact on the area where the firebolt is working, that light will start flashing.
Really trusting the bad guys to stay within city limits.
Electronic firebolt is being used somewhere.
Oh, that could have been triggered by any old citizen's electronic radiation device. They're breaking into the Satellite of Love Theater! This is how the 2014 Sony hacks happened. It's a high-tech version of a wooden peg game from Cracker Barrel. That's a hell of a film projector. They're really serious about using classroom films. Operation was a lot harder before they made the board shaped like a person. Meanwhile, still this. Let's see, if I find the right spot, I can sink their battleship.
Somewhere in this area.
Corner of Hudson and Belvedere. Thanks, Professor. That's all I need to know.
Well, another day's work done. I'm off to get some froyo.
Mr. Gardner's a brave man. I'd feel much happier if Captain America were with him.
Look, I get the irony here, but seriously, what does this guy think Cap will bring to the table that Grant won't? Ugh, wish Professor Dodge had invented a fast box mover. Well, sure, anyone can break in when there's already a hole in the wall. So is every episode gonna climax with crouching on a balcony? No, if they steal all the platinum, what card will I ruin my credit score with? You know, there are other ways to start fight scene music than wah 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 wah. That's a lot of bags of flour. Are they robbing the Boudin Bakery? Come on, Cap, don't stop them. They're rescuing Coyote versus Acme from the Warner Vault. If the Scarab ever sent more than 2 guys at a time, Cap would have been dead long ago. Oh man, somebody spent hours organizing that sack table. Maybe this is Acme. Pretty sure Toontown's through that wall and those barrels are full of dip. Hey buddy, you got time to lie, you got time to clean. Never mind, you're not important. Hey, boys, no roughhousing on the stairs. Is this what the Avengers Campus Stunt Show looks like when all the Black Widows call out? I mean, it is the Scarlet Shroud, not the ScarJo Shroud. This is the one place in the entire 40s that smoking wasn't allowed. Oh, right, I have a gun. How does it work again? More railing falls. This is way more Space Mutiny than the red brown cap. They're gone. Now I can redecorate. More like Creighton Brawl, am I right? All right, now how does this bat signal work? An unrelated below-camera flame effect. Getting hot in here, in more ways than one. So is this fire the titular Scarlet Shroud? This episode's title is disappointing and confusing. I haven't seen this much fire since the Metropolis Circus. He's the one team member operating the backdraft attraction. Still less foggy than some Scary Farm mazes. Okay, it's hard enough to make out what's going on in the cereal without the smoke. I don't know, we're out of choreography. Just flail against the wall. So what, next week we're getting a preview of the murder we'll see the following week? In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally unimportant groups. The police who are absolutely useless and the district attorney who runs around in his pajamas. These are their stories. The letters in Dick Purcell should have rearranged for the DA like NavKid keyed. We photographed this woman before and after telling her she was Gail Richards. You'd think they'd figure out Maldor is the Scarab based on how high he's billed in the credits. Mayor Randolph doing his best George Burns impression. Just gonna say it, Gruber hasn't done nearly enough henchmanning to warrant sharing a bill with Mattson. Hugh Southern, the sworn enemy of small northern. Edward Keene, which family circus kid is that? RCA, which does not stand for Real Captain America. Directed by John Elmer and English Clifton. Chapter 4, Preview of Murder, which always gives away the best scenes of murder. Oh, this time the description tries to pretend Cap did something right. Electronic Firebolt is not a good electronic commando name. Captain America, completely missing the henchman, but still taking him down. If Mattson sees his shadow, it's 6 more weeks of cereals. Out of the way, I want to jump into a pillow fort. It's probably too late to suggest this, but shouldn't the Platinum Refinery Vault have, like, guards or security cameras or something? And now to work on their somersault act. Perfect, they'll be ready for the middle school talent show in no time. The bags of flour are not still standing. Oh, come on, you just wrecked Oscar the Grouch's vacation home. They refuse to leave even a single barrel upright. Hey, you okay, buddy? Well, then my work's not done. They look like 2 kids racing to the TV room to choose the Nintendo game. It's the hole cut through the interrogation room wall in Rise of the Resistance. I refuse to believe these filmmakers were clever enough to put the no smoking sign as an ironic setup for the fire. Guns don't kill people. Wrestling over guns kills people. If only there was a type of fighting that involved the word box. Goldfinger is much slower than I remember. Much like Reed Richards, the bad guy's powers are just science. Oh great, now when they reopen Phantasmic, it won't have this box. Okay, last time we had the barn, and this time we have the burner. Picking up a guy who's down just to punch him again. Captain America! Okay, our oldest kid is this tall, and our youngest is this tall. Wait, a cliffhanger resolution that actually required effort on Cap's part? That's it, this serial has jumped the shark. And the day is saved thanks to Guns, directed by Charlton Heston. Aw, they didn't get to drink from the fire hose. Able to climb tall staircases in several steps. So Cap's just gonna let the other henchmen burn to death, huh? Huh, fortunately his bullets can't reach my other car. Now I'm glad we didn't carpool. And here we get a rare sight of the star-chested DA activating his full camouflage, ensuring he won't be able to be detected by even the most interested viewer. Later, at the Little Drummond Boy Museum, parumpa-pum-pum.
We were just about to get away with the platinum when Captain America showed up.
And his clumsiness was just too sad to watch, so we left.
Yes, and the robot control truck, too.
Losing the firebolt is not serious.
Then why did we spend 2 full episodes worrying about the firebolt?
It would have been dangerous to use it again. But we must recover that truck at any cost. It would take months to duplicate its robot control and television unit.
Oh, for God's sake, can't you go 5 minutes without pulling a new piece of technology out of your ass?
Turn on the television controls.
I'm afraid we've lost control of the horizontal and the vertical. Oh, great, now they're gonna riff the film for me.
Those policemen would follow if we took it now. We must wait until they are removed.
Surgically, grab the giant Operation Tweezers.
Stay here and keep your eye on it day and night.
We have hundreds of henchmen, why do I need to stay here day and night?
Scarlet Museum, Dr. Maldo speaking. This is Grant Gardner, Doctor.
Do you have any extra pocket handkerchiefs for me?
Has just come up. I just received a phone call from the attorney of the late Professor Lyman.
You're still on Lyman? That was 3 whole episodes ago.
Since you and Professor Dodge are beneficiaries, he wants you both to be there.
His final wish was that we all touch our phones.
10 o'clock in the morning at the Lyman residence.
Goodbye, I guess? Later at the groundskeeper's house in a public park. Oh, there's the Stan Lee cameo.
My estate to be dispersed as follows. Professor Dodge, my lifelong friend, I bequeath my home and all its contents.
Especially all my bonus vibrators. Have fun.
For his loyalty and untiring efforts in the cause of science, I give all my rights and interests in the Drummond Museum, with the exception of the Mayan crown jewels now in his custody.
Ooh, Lionel is giving a much more subtle reaction than the material deserves.
Sold to finance an expedition into the Mayan jungle to search for the lost city of Zarda.
The lost city of Zardoz? No wonder Cap thinks the gun is good.
Now that you've inherited this estate, Professor, do you propose to live here?
I hope so. If you think it's safe,
I'll make it safe. I'll keep police guards around here as long as there's any sign of danger from the Scarab.
Yeah, they did such a great job protecting Dodge last time.
Are you making in the Scarab case?
Not much, but Captain America's turned a truck over to us that may hold a clue.
It's a Parker Brothers delivery truck, so it may also hold a monopoly.
Give me a report on it by the time I get there. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I need to go add 8 more handkerchiefs to my pocket.
Well, I must be getting back to the museum. I'll deliver the Mayan jewels to you tomorrow. Well, I'd expect you.
Expect you to disappoint me, as usual. Help, I'm being crushed by a scene transition. I wasn't filling in your crossword puzzle.
What happened? Oh, they treated me as they always have.
Fall too clothed for my taste.
Will me his interest in the museum, which I already control.
Oh, you're never satisfied.
In of any real value, the Mayan jewels must be handed over to Professor Dodge tomorrow.
Of course, you intend to give them to him?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Certainly. That is, if Professor Dodge is still alive.
He's doing science and he's still alive.
He's at the Lyman house with a strong police guard.
It would be easy if you only had a robot-controlled truck.
Or a robot that turns into a truck and sounds like Peter Cullen.
Come in quick. They're checking the truck.
It didn't fit in the carry-on compartment.
What do you make of it?
Well, I can make a tiny home out of its trailer.
Well, there are some details that I can't figure out, but it's robot controlled.
Robot-controlled truck. Was it named by Dr. Zoidberg?
Something like the automatic pilots used in planes.
This is my favorite scene from Spaceballs.
How is it steered through traffic? I can't tell exactly.
Where is this truck's external camera?
Perhaps in the car following.
You can find a television unit concealed in the roof.
If the TV unit's in the roof, why are the cameras on the outside?
If it's robot-controlled, why haven't they driven it away from here?
2 motorcycle officers would have followed it. I'll fix that. Then they can take it whenever they want. And when they do, I'll be inside.
So his plan is to wait however long it takes for the Scarab to retrieve the truck.
now.
Did he factor in bathroom breaks into this plan? So, Bill, now that we got the afternoon off...
For the last time, Hank, I'm not going bowling with you.
Gonna stand by the office just in case I need you.
Oh, yeah, I'll be sure to be on full alert. I won't fall asleep watching Bridgerton.
Be ready to take control of the truck.
This film was Elon Musk's biggest inspiration.
Good. Take it away.
Okay, I can buy the remote control, but multiple exterior camera angles? Did they design this for James Burrows? Radar Secret Service is on the case again.
Take you to the 10th Street garage.
This is the worst Grand Theft Auto game ever. Wait, a sign with a different font? Now I'm completely lost.
H1 calling B10. H1 calling B10.
Are you H1 or HI? Make up your mind.
B10, come in.
The robot truck is on the waiting.
That's right, I say robot. All those robot people get on my
Get
nerves.
set for the district attorney, too. He's in the middle compartment. The Scarab wants him alive. Alive, get it?
I don't know. Get it makes it sound like you're being sarcastic. Should we kill him? If the self-driving car doesn't sound like Mr. Feeney, then who cares? Why does the truck have the Toronto Raptors logo on it?
Come out, Mr. DA.
That's Mr. DA to you.
Say, a reception committee, huh? We're just the doorman. The committee will take care of you later.
But first we'll drop your bags off with the bellboy and then have your questions answered at the concierge. We have a very rigid infrastructure. Everybody has to follow their specific roles.
B10, calling H1.
You sank my battleship.
Go ahead, B10.
Everything's okay.
That's my favorite Al Green song.
Yes, I know. We're watching you.
You don't have to call me every 5 seconds, Fred.
We're going to crash it into Lyman's house and finish off Professor Dodge.
What'll I do with the DA?
Keep him there.
Frank Gorshin? Wait, no, that would make this a fun superhero series.
We'll put enough explosives in to blow Dodge and the house clear off the map.
Wait, why is Dodge on the map in the first place? They start carrying 5 boxes of explosives under each arm like a youth group kid putting away chairs. They just left him where he could cut the rope. Fortunately for our hero, the bad guys were slightly more incompetent than him this time.
Now it's a traveling bomb.
Traveling bomb. Traveling bomb.
Start it up.
Stave it off.
Professor Dodge is going to have an unexpected visit.
Thorin Oakenshield. So now the exterior camera from the roof of the truck is locked down in the garage and panning. Wow, and he didn't even need to use the boot on the unrelated cat first. Close the garage before that supercharged tram gets here. Our hero, a low-rent Kevin McAllister. Okay, he knocked one henchman's aim into the other. Does this add to Cap's kill count or no? I miss when the serial was about vibrators. Low-hanging fruit sex jokes were way more fun than the same fight scene over and over in slightly different locations. We loved these barrels so much at the Platinum Refinery Vault, didn't we? I hope we see more barrels all the time now. The wrench didn't work. Maybe try the lead pipe or the candlestick? Population tar! Tractors and tires. What'll be our next DCA icon? Every room in this town is filled with balsa wood chairs. Let's borrow some tools from Story Without End. Come on, I'm just trying to brand you like the cattle in How to Use Classroom Films. We keep seeing weapons almost used and then decommissioned by punches. It's a real John Henry story. And another guy who basically shoots himself while wrestling with Cap. They didn't have 15 episodes worth of ideas, did they? Finally, a motorcycle! The opening credits prophecy has come true. I know they're gonna kill Dodge, but I got time to change. Everyone gather around the interocitor. In the extended edition, there's even more of these three watching a screen. Cap, you're not supposed to drive on the line. How much desert is between any two buildings in this city anyway? Good thing he put on his peripheral vision limiting hood before hitting the road. Heat vision in Jack's even sillier than I remember. I'll get back to following that truck in a moment, but first I'm pretty sure there's a Dutch Brothers off this exit. Hey, stay in your lane. Did the filmmakers come up with the robot-controlled gimmick to justify the terrible driving? Crap, I knew I should have gone before I left. I'm king of the hill. A man's gotta do.
Give me that wheel.
Fine, take the wheel. I'll just buy a vowel. It's not robot-controlled. Claude Rains is behind the wheel. He's got to get the Ark of the Covenant out of this truck. Maldor is a serious Cruisin' USA player. A DA on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? The cheat runs by with fake trees. Hey, climbing in an explosives truck, just like Superman in Destruction Inc., but way more boring. Where the hell's the hazards button? I've moved past how. Why is the camera angle behind the truck? Wouldn't the truck's POV be easier on the remote driver? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, now the truck's self-filming is worse than its driving. Whose woods are these? I think I know. I'm sorry, Cap. I'm afraid I can't do that. I did that to my car radio the year every station wouldn't stop playing Bad Day. Gasp! A cliffhanger! Well, I'm sure he didn't just jump out before this shot, so he must really be dead now. We are the blades of wrath. We never take a bath. Ah, this time the credits double as the previously on recap. Dick Purcell, the least reliable battery brand. I've been trying to get a gardening grant for months, but it's all tied up in bureaucracy. The name Lorna Gray sounds like a fake actor who's a parody of Myrna Loy, but Gail is no Nora Charles. Ask your Dr. Maldor if monocles are right for you. You know what? I take back what I said about Gruber. Why is Mayor Randolph still in the credits? Like, at least Gruber shows up each time. Where's the mayor? What goes on in this city? The musical about John Hamilton wasn't nearly as big a hit. Jay Novello, he played Grandfather Sarducci. Now that I've seen the motorcycle footage in context, it's exactly as boring as I thought it would be. John English, Elmer Clifton, his name is my name too. Chapter 5, Blade of Wrath, which is still in development hell like all Marvel Blade movies. So, you're watching an 80-year-old serial. Again. Is it just me, or do the shape of Cap's eye holes look like a really bad racist caricature? When I was younger, just a bad little kid. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Watch out for snakes. The bookmobile stops for no one. Look, up in the sky! He's not even flying, Debbie. He's just standing on a cliff. He's teen wolfing.
Captain America, give me that wheel.
Oh, nobody's that excited to watch this version of Cap. I'm pulling over and asking for directions. Truck top yoga is challenging, but it is so worth it for what it does to your core. Just gotta hold first place and hope no one else gets a blue shell. Look at him crouching like he's Spider-Man. He's not even really Captain America. I feel like climbing into the driver's side would have been easier, but hey, I'm not the district attorney. So, just to recap, they had to recover this truck at any cost because it would take too long to duplicate the technology, but the second they get it back, they're okay blowing it up in a kamikaze attempt to kill one dude. And he electrocutes himself trying to break the autopilot. He fixed the steering, but the brakes still don't work. Okay, we're back to cliffhangers that just cut out Cap escaping by escaping. A self-driving and exploding truck. I'm telling you, Elon got everything from this film. If any of those sciences involve crab experiments, I gotta introduce you to last month's guest.
Drummond Museum.
You gotta speak more clearly if you're gonna pick
Just a
up.
moment, please. This is Dodge.
Why are they in the Tower of Terror lobby?
Hello, Dodge. I've just decided to go to South America with the Fletcher expedition.
The Flynn Fletcher expedition? Aren't they a little young to go to South America?
Stand being under the constant threat of death from the Scarlet.
Yeah, exploring uncharted jungles is much safer.
You've been to a terrible ordeal.
A terrible orgy? Well, Lionel would know.
Yes. My ship sails at 4 in the afternoon.
I wonder what's for dinner.
The main crown jewels in time for me to turn them over to my dealer.
He won't give me the good stuff unless I pay him in jewels.
Is there anything else? No, thank you. The district attorney is attending to all the arrangements.
Oh, then you're screwed.
He's keeping a police guard here until I leave.
Which would definitely help this time.
Fine. I'll see you tomorrow.
Better demonocle before I monologue.
It should be simple to outwit them now.
As opposed to earlier when they showed such intelligence.
This is an assignment for Agent M32.
How many henchmen do you have?
Make a reservation on the Hermosa. Instruct the steamship line to call for his trunk at his rooming house.
And make sure they don't fade out before I put my monocle back in. Uh-oh, here comes the Toon Patrol. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh God, the sun is blinding me!
Come in, Doctor.
No, you invited him in, and he's a vampire, probably, since this episode has Blade in the title. Oh, here comes Tarantino's cameraman. That's not how you open a Jack-in-the-Box.
Here is a list of the jewels. You'll find the collection intact.
They might smell like I've been rubbing them on my naked body, but they're intact.
Precious stones that women love and men die for.
Ugh, I hate it when he gets poetic.
Would you sign this receipt, please?
Next order of business, fire our focus puller. Hey, boss, look at me. I'm a film noir shadow.
Thank you. I hope your trip will make you forget the horrible experiences you had.
And make you forget the obvious signs that I'm the Scarab.
The district attorney would have caught the Scarlet. I'll keep trying.
But I am really bad at my job.
Hello?
I don't live here, but I assume the refrigerator's running.
I'll check their credentials at the house. It's the express man for your baggage.
Well, bon voyage.
That's my favorite Peanuts movie. So, Doctor, tell me about these parties you've been having. You're not invited. Suckers, I'm skipping the expedition and going to Bermuda. He's been under constant armed guard for weeks and doesn't lock the window. This is my audition for the Royal Shakespeare Company to play Brutus. They're gonna leave this truck outside the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Oh, please show them parking and opening the doors. Don't trim a second of this. I'm guessing that's a scarab, but in this lighting, for all I could see, it could be a Pog Slammer. Man, the grown-up reboot of Legends of the Hidden Temple sucks.
All right, man.
The Mario
Back
Brothers.
in the hall.
This was the most efficient way to catch a ride before they invented Uber. Wow, he didn't even need Slinky Dog's help to get into the truck. This trunk is going all the way to Timbuktu. Nothing to see here, nobody inside this other box. Well, another day's work done. Time to go home and see if I can make my suit even boxier. Aren't these guys missing a stooge? We just saw a murder and it still feels like even less is happening than usual. Oh no, Inspector Clouseau slipped on the globe and fell. An unused Chuck E. Cheese token. He would have wanted me to play skee ball with this. Is the truck being fumigated? How did he hear that over the music?
Sergeant, Professor Dodge has been murdered.
And we're back to Cap failing to stop murders. Never change cereal.
Pulled out and headed north. Have your men search every inch of the house and grounds. I'm going after that truck.
Search the ground.
I said the ground. Look down, fella. Good thing Grant got a new car after that crash, I guess. So, basically, the past 4 episodes were entirely about keeping Professor Dodge safe, and now he's unceremoniously killed while Cap is in the other room. I'm glad we did all that meandering to get to this point. Everyone else's luggage misses the boat, but at least Grant already let the bad guy get away.
I want to take a look inside this truck.
But all that's back there is Dr. Hale working on his patent papers.
How'd that trunk get open?
I don't know.
He's on third.
When we put Mr. Dodge's baggage in.
Dodge has been murdered. And the man who did it hid in that trunk and then got out somewhere along this road.
If you say so.
Who shipped it?
I don't know.
There you are. John Taylor.
The basis for Duran Duran?
But he checked out and was just leaving when we made the pickup.
Naturally, he would. You finish your route, then bring that trunk to my office. It'll be checked for fingerprints.
I don't know. Meanwhile, at the Daily Planet, Lois has locked Clark in a supply closet.
Did you have any luck, Chief?
Yes.
Bad luck, but still luck.
Get me the police commissioner immediately. The fingerprints on the trunk identified Taylor as Lefty Harper, a criminal with a long police record. I'm going to start a search for him. Hello?
I gotta sit down for this.
I want a dragnet thrown out for Lefty Harper, alias John Taylor.
He was found dead in his car half an hour ago, shot through the head.
And you're to blame.
At the morgue. The car is downstairs back at police headquarters. We looked it over.
So this off-camera murder of a character we've never met is given equal weight as the murder of the guy we've been trying to protect this whole time.
Good. What's the address?
Helen's gas station.
Helen's gas station? Miss Crump took over for Wally? Is she gonna give Gomer and Goober raises?
Yeah, I serviced that car and delivered it around the corner to the...
This guy's the prototype of the Law & Order crate unloader. Fiber Box Company, when you want your cereal and its box to be equally nutritious.
A week or two and then quit. That's all I can tell you.
Because I can't give any more exposition with my line delivery.
Here's your telephone.
Sure.
We're about to witness an actress firing her agent mid-scene. What the hell is that thing?
Hello?
Ooh, it's a 2 sit-down phone call kind of day.
Where are you? Fiber Box Company.
Taylor was a transit worker here, but he left. They don't know anything more about him.
That's what they say.
That's what she said.
We're dealing with clever criminals.
Well...
Now let's try something like...
Oh, okay, something like...
Let me jot that address down.
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
I'll go right over.
Ah, now he can eavesdrop on the people he already seems to know are criminals, I guess? Norm!
Well, Miss Richards.
Okay, is any business in this city not a front for the Scarab?
What's she doing here?
She was asking about Taylor.
Why are the footsteps mic'd better than the people?
This is the girl who works with Captain America.
And also the DA. Weird, right?
She's going to tell us who Captain America really is.
Why? How would that information help you?
No.
You can change your mind.
Yeah, the Mechanical Monsters guy said it better.
Show her how that paper cutter works.
Well, you put the paper in here and... Oh, you mean as a threat? So, did the eavesdropping matter? Like, did he wait to go until he heard Matson's voice, or was he on his way anyway? Not to 50! This is an intense remake of Making Books. Ah, the Marie Antoinette special. Gauges are back. Feels good to be home. It's such a fine line between tension and tedium, and at this point we're about 15 blocks past that line. So if you don't tell us, we'll use this to improperly slice cheese for your sandwich.
It works just like a guillotine.
A guillotine. It can also cut a quesadilla.
No.
Had to think about it, though.
She'll change her mind when that blade starts down towards her neck. Tie her up.
Gale, I'm pretty sure you can run now. He wouldn't shoot you. He just hit you with the butt of his gun. The driving montages in the serial really make me miss the boring phone call scenes. Hitchcock cameo. Now it's a guillotine. Can I be dead now? The Bride of Frankenstein. Ooh, Nigel Tufnell's going to be excited in a second. I did not expect reference to Christopher Guest's roles directed by Rob Reiner in this scene. Wait, why does it have a built-in emergency brake?
She's got more nerve than I figured.
Wait, what's all this about fingering her nerves?
Boss, put it up to him.
So now she knows you're bluffing when you threaten her. Good strategy. Someone went mini-golfing and didn't invite me?
Who used this phone last? The girl. She left the connection open so they could hear it.
For some reason.
Got to get her away fast.
A real hero to fight?
Captain America.
Ah, well. They're playing our song. I was hoping to save our breakaway chair for later, but... Look, this fight scene is fine now, but it's really gonna sing when we watch it again in the recap. Strange reenactment of Matthew 21:12. The wide shots are making me more confused geographically. Captain Property Damage. Should I look interested? This, as you may recognize, is a map of the United States. She could have escaped by now. The rope's not that tight. So, like, what's the end game for all this? For the bad guys, I mean. I know Dr. Maldor is taking his revenge on everyone else from that expedition, but they're all dead now, right? So now what? He's just trying to get rich? But he's already rich enough to have all these other henchmen on his payroll and set up all these fronts? Just, when will enough be enough? Oh, good. Cap knocked that guy into the switch, so if Gale dies, it gets added to Cap's kill count. Don't have the heart to live in the fast lane. Gale, you can save yourself, right? I'm having fun over here. Oh, finally, box shenanigans in this box company fight. Okay, the paper cutter is slower than Snidely Whiplash's sawmill. Meanwhile, the boys are playing in a box fort. I don't care, just end it all now. Vault of Vengeance, only on the next episode of Amazon's Fallout.